The invisible enemy destroying your dreams. There's something hunting you. You can't see it. You can't name it. But you feel it every time you're about to break through. Every time success is within reach. It whispered to you the night before your biggest presentation, didn't it? Made you stay up scrolling instead of preparing. It was there when you finally found someone who could love you properly, convincing you to pick that fight over nothing. It's the invisible hand that deletes your manuscript just before you hit send. You think it's bad luck. You think it's your weakness. But what if I told you, it has a name? What if I told you that every time you sabotage yourself, you're feeding something ancient, something that grows stronger with each failure you create? What if your worst enemy isn't out there, but living inside your own mind? The invisible predator. Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you, because most people will go their entire lives without discovering this truth. You have been in a war you didn't know you were fighting. Every dream deferred. Every opportunity you somehow managed to destroy at the last second. Every time you snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, you thought it was coincidence. Random. Just how life goes. But ancient wisdom keepers knew better. They understood that there are forces that feed on human potential like parasites feed on blood. In the forbidden texts, they called them egregores, living entities born from repeated thoughts, growing stronger each time you think them. Your self-doubt isn't just a feeling. It's become something alive. Think about this, how many times have you thought, why does this always happen to me? 100? 1,000? Each time, you dropped another stone of mental energy into the darkness. Year after year, thought by thought, you built a monument to your own limitations. And something moved in. This entity, this shadow self you accidentally created, it doesn't want you to suffer because it's evil. It wants you to suffer because that's how it survives. Your failure is its food. Your potential is its enemy. The ancient mystics knew something that modern psychology is only beginning to understand. Your mind can become a haunted house, with a ghost you conjured from your own despair. The bloodline curse. But here's where this gets truly unsettling. The shadow you're fighting might not even be yours. What if I told you that the fear strangling your success isn't from your childhood, but from your great-great-grandmother's terror during a famine you've never heard of? What if the voice telling you money is dangerous isn't your wisdom, but an echo from an ancestor who lost everything in a single day? Scientists studying inherited trauma have discovered something that sounds like science fiction. Memories can be passed down through generations, coded into your very DNA. The fear, the scarcity, the belief that you don't deserve abundance, these aren't your original thoughts. You're living someone else's nightmare. Your great-grandfather survived the Great Depression by believing there's never enough. That belief kept him alive, and it's killing your dreams. Your grandmother learned that success makes you a target when her family was destroyed by jealous neighbors. That lesson saved her life, and it's sabotaging yours. You think you're afraid of success? You're not. You're afraid of what success meant to people who died before you were born. The shadow feeding on your potential isn't just yours, it's ancestral. It carries the survival strategies of people who lived in a world where abundance really was dangerous, where standing out really did mean death. But you're not living in their world anymore. The possession. Let me tell you what happens when this shadow takes control. You'll work for months toward a goal. You'll sacrifice, plan, push through obstacles. You'll be so close you can taste it. And then, you'll find yourself doing something completely insane. You'll sabotage the relationship just as it gets real. You'll quit the job just before the promotion. You'll delete the work just before you share it with the world. And in that moment, as you're destroying everything you've built, some part of you will be watching in horror, screaming, "What are you doing?" But another part, the shadow part, will feel relief. Because the shadow knows something you've forgotten, staying small feels safe. Failure is familiar. And familiar hell feels better than unknown heaven. The shadow has convinced you that your struggle is your identity. Take away the struggle, and who are you? It has made you believe that success will cost you everything you love, your friends will leave, your family will resent you, you'll become someone you don't recognize. So it keeps you in the cage you built together, feeding you just enough hope to keep dreaming, but never enough power to break free. This is the invisible prison where most humans live and die. But what if there's a key you've never seen? The ancient practice of shadow alchemy. Deep in the archives of mystery schools, there's a practice that the initiated call shadow alchemy, the art of transforming your inner demon into your inner guide. Here's what they discovered: you cannot kill what you created from your own mind. The shadow is part of you now. But you can change its nature. Instead of fighting it, you're going to do something that will sound completely insane. You're going to thank it. The shadow that sabotages your success isn't evil, it's a broken guardian angel. It learned to protect you the only way it knew how, by keeping you exactly where you are. It's been working overtime to save you from dangers that no longer exist, using strategies from wars that ended before you were born. So you're going to sit with it. In the quiet moments between sleep and waking, you're going to have a conversation with the part of yourself that's terrified of your own power. You're going to ask, what are you trying to protect me from? And then, you're going to listen to the answer without judgment. When you stop treating your fear as the enemy and start treating it as wounded wisdom, something miraculous happens. It stops fighting you. The energy that was locked in internal warfare becomes available for creation. The ritual of liberation. Tonight, before you sleep, light a candle just like this one. Sit with the part of yourself that's afraid of your own greatness. Ask it to tell you its story, not the story you think you know, but the deeper one. The one about whose fear you're really carrying. Whose survival strategy you inherited. Listen without trying to fix it or fight it or make it go away. And then say these words. I see you. I honor the wisdom that kept our bloodline alive. But we are safe now. We can release what no longer serves us. We can transform fear into fuel. Because here's the final secret the mystery schools never wrote down: the same energy that creates your limitations can create your liberation. The shadow that sabotages can become the force that supports. The ancestors' fear can become the descendants' fuel. Your potential isn't being destroyed by some external force. It's being redirected by an internal guardian who's finally ready to evolve from protector to empowerer. The war isn't ending. It's transforming. The shadow isn't disappearing. It's becoming an ally. And you're finally ready to stop surviving your ancestors' nightmares and start living your own dreams. The question isn't whether you have the power to change your life. You've always had that power. The question is, will you finally stop feeding the shadow that consumes it? Your dreams are calling. They've been waiting patiently while you wrestled with ghosts. But the ghosts are ready to rest now. And you're ready to rise. The greatest risk is not that you will fail. It's that you will let dead men's fears decide your living future. What shadow are you ready to transform?